Hey guys, I'm just going to do a quick update on where we are with our nutrition because I have had a couple of people asking about the carnivore diet because they've heard stories as well. I am no way promoting it or discouraging it either. I'm just sharing my experiences with it. So far, so good. My sleep so the first few days, my sleep had been really bad, like just trying to settle down for the night and actually go to sleep. But last night was a good, so it's getting better on that side of things. Um, I still haven't had any sugar cravings at all, and I am still feeling satisfied with just two meals and maybe a snack during the day, which would be just like bits of lamb or whatever, a meat patty or something like that. Yeah, just feeling really satisfied after I've eaten, and I'm not looking for that sweet treat that I'd be usually looking for even after I've had lunch or breakfast, and that I'd always be looking for something else to eat. Those on that side, it's been really, really good. Like the cravings have gone. I mean, it's going to be different for everyone, I guess, but this is just my experience and what I've been feeling. Um, my food preparation, like it's really easy and it's really basic. I find that people try and complicate a way of nutrition, like a way of living, and it doesn't have to be. Like as long as you keep your nutrition like pretty clean, and you don't indulge in too many processed foods and stuff, like I mean you're gonna be right. I'm gonna jump on the scale because it's going into day 6 um today. But see, I haven't I've fasted from, so my last meal was at um shit would have been about 7 o'clock last night. And now it is almost 11. And I've done training as well. So usually after training, I'm absolutely starving. But I've found that I am not. I'll just eat when I'm hungry. I don't have a specific time of when I'm gonna eat. See, I think like throughout our lives have been like, you have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are the most, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, blah, blah, blah. But really, you should only be eating when you're hungry to sustain your body. Even when I was doing bodybuilding, I'd be eating like six times a day. It would be like breakfast, morning tea, lunchtime, afternoon tea, dinner, and then something at night as well. So I'd be constantly eating. Um, yeah, so I found this is why I found it really easy, because I don't have to worry about all those other meals in between. I just have like two meals and maybe a snack. Just depends if I'm hungry. Like I'll just eat when I'm hungry, and it has been so far so good. Um, in the afternoon, I did actually have an afternoon nap yesterday, but that was the first time. So like my body is still getting used to it. I mean, from eating so much garbage and shit for the last oh my god, last 6 months, like my body is like, well, it hasn't even really gone into shock. Like I think if you've been living that way for a long time, then yes, your body would be like going, "What the hell's going on?" Um, and I remember when I was in Australia, I'd be having like 2 cans of Coke Zero a day, and then I was like, "Fuck, I got to knock that shit on the head." And when I did try to give it up, well, I did give it up, but I was going through these major withdrawals. Like I was getting these real crazy headaches, and yeah, it was really bad. So that shit's not good for you. Like moderation. I mean, okay, like I mean, it's your life. You know what's in them. Like it's the aspartame and the artificial sweeteners that are in them. They're not natural sweeteners. They are chemical sweeteners. Yeah, it's just, I mean, fuck, I could talk about nutrition and go into it all day, but it does get really technical, and that's where, like, I get a lot of information off Royal, but he is so technical, and I have to get him to break everything down for me. Why this? Why that? Why this? Um, but yeah, anyway, back to the carnivore. Um, Training. So I am training first thing in the morning, and it's fasted training. So I have found that because I'm not having pre workout as well, so I just have one coffee. And yeah, it has been a little bit tough. Like, I have found I do get a little bit exhausted quicker, but again, my body will get used to it. So right, what I was going to do is just share some of the things that I'm eating right now. And it is really, really basic. So I will prepare, um, uh, uh, like I'll do it in because your meat comes in your packs, and I'll prepare a tray of meat patties. Now, this is not just for me, the kids can eat it. Te Atarangi can eat it, like it's just there to be eaten, but that's what I'll have. And I did buy some tasty cheese because that's got no carbohydrates in it. Whereas if you find some of the other cheeses that they may, even the soft cheeses, check the soft cheeses because I know some of them do have, even though the full fat, it's the lactose that's with the carbohydrates in it. So I bought tasty cheese, and another one was ghee. So I found some ghee at Pack and Save. Now they do usually have ghee in those, like in the Asian and Indian stores. That's where we used to buy the ghee when we were in Australia, and I love the taste of ghee. I find it, and so what ghee is butter, but they've drawn out all the lactose from it. So it is lactose free, and it is zero carbohydrates in that as well. Usually I would cook with coconut oil, but I can't have coconut oil at the moment. And so yeah, I would just prep meat patties, just have them in the fridge, and then I can just eat them as I go, just heat them up. Also chicken, like I still had chicken breast there. Like, you are supposed to look for more fattier meats, but at the moment, chicken thighs are really, really expensive in New Zealand. So I'll pick them up when they're on special. And also salmon. Like, I would love to be living on salmon, but as a single parent, like, it is, you have to think about the kids as well. And I know they don't like salmon. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'll sacrifice that for now. Um, yeah, it is a little bit tough, but it can be done. Also, like, I was buying free range eggs for a while, but because they're pretty expensive, I have gone back to just your regular Farmer Brown eggs, and they are, for a tray of 30 size fives. I know they're small. They're actually $10 in the warehouse for a tray of 30. And I only have like two at a time anyway. If I have an omelette, I'll probably have three size. They're size five, so they're pretty small. Um, so for lunch or breakfast, I'll just mix it up a bit. I prep the chicken breast as well. Seasonings I will use, so I'll cook it in ghee. I was using butter before, but with ghee, it can reach there's a higher burning temp for ghee than what it is butter. When butter starts to burn, that's when it becomes carcinogenic, and that feeds cancer cells. So I mean, that's if you have like a lot of it, I guess, and over time. So you want to find like, a healthier thing. It's the same as bacon. Um, and meats, like when you start burning bacon and meats, I know crispy bacon is the best, but that's when they start to become carcinogenic. um so what else? Oh, seasoning. So I still use salt. I'll use salt, pepper, and in the meat patties I'll put thyme, and I just keep it really basic. That's it. Because there are a lot of condiments, seasonings that do have sugar in them as well. So it's pretty crazy, like what you find on the shelves and what's actually in. I mean, we used to do this years and years ago when we first started, when Royal first started getting into nutrition and that, like, it goes deep. It goes really deep. Um, and we would be looking at the labels all the time. And I don't know, I had just become lazy and, like, after I had the twins, just not as strict. Um, but yeah, I really need to get back into it because it's for their health as well. So yeah, so far so good. I probably will, I'll just put photos and do some videos and stuff of the nutrition with this. So I'll weigh in tomorrow, but yeah, yesterday's weigh in was 2.2 kg down, and that was in 4 days. So I weighed it on the fifth morning, but I hadn't had anything. It was after training, so yeah, it would have been 4 days of the carnivore and 2.2 kgs down. So I'll weigh in again tomorrow and see what our 7 day mark is. But anyway, for then I will keep on updating you. So we are in day 6 now, and yeah, we will keep you updated. Ciao.